Good evening, folks, and thanks for joining us for the new year of Gametime Situation. While we do have some changes on the show, we will still have many of the things you, the viewer, have come to enjoy.
That's right. We'll have the latest on AU athletics with stats, info, and everything else you need.
What about the Gametime Spotlight, Chip?
It's here, revamped and redone, but we will have an athlete go under the lights with our new Spotlightist.
Sounds intriguing. We do have a lot to talk about tonight, so let's get started.
Have we had a Tom Brady sighting?
No, Chip, but we do have a watch sighting. What time is it?
It's game time. Boo!
The women's basketball team has had an up-and-down season, unable to find a consistent presence in each game. Over the winter break, the Lady Eagles often found themselves alternating wins and losses. AU did get a league road win at Mercyhurst over the break, as Elizabeth O'Brien came off the bench to score 23 points, while Lacey Romine had 22. A tough one-point loss at Gannon followed, but the Eagles hope to get back on the right track January 19th at Central State. Ashland did just that, winning 75-57 over the Marauders. Jumping out to a 38-16 halftime lead, AU held Central to 25% shooting. In the game, the Eagles hit 21 of 23 free throws as 4 women scored in double digits. Junior Betsy Morrison scored 17 points and had 12 rebounds. She also connected on all 10 of her free throw attempts. Lisa Grau had 15 points and 7 steals, and Lacey Romine and Lindsay Warren added 10 points apiece. The win gave Ashland momentum heading into their trip to the Upper Peninsula.
The UP.
Chipper, how did the Lady Eagles play in the far north?
Against Michigan Tech, it took all 40 minutes of intense basketball action to decide this contest. For the second time this season, junior point guard Alethea Lamerson drained a three-pointer in the last 10 seconds to give the Eagles a victory. Lamerson's three gave the Eagles a 61-60 lead, and 2 missed shots by Tech gave Ashland a victory over the Huskies, the 19th ranked team in the country.
Not anymore.
The team gave Lamerson 7 points in the game to go, along with 5 assists and 2 steals. Junior Lisa Grau led the Eagles with 17 points and added 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 blocks, and 2 steals. That's what I would call stuffing the stat sheet.
I would call it Gerald Wallace.
The only other Eagle in double figures was sophomore Lacey Romine, who put in 11. Katie Wisaki performed well for the Huskies, scoring 17 points and grabbing 14 rebounds. A win against the 19th ranked team in the country usually allows for some time to celebrate, but Ashland continued their road trip to Lake Superior State just 2 days later. Unlike the previous game, this one did not end quite as excitingly as the Michigan Tech game did, but the end result remained the same, with the Eagles walking away, or in this case, riding in a bus away, with a victory. The Eagles used a 38-21 first half, outscoring the Lakers by 17 to win the game 67-61. This time, 3 Eagles scored in double figures, with Grau leading the way with 20 points. And don't worry, fans, Grau kept your Division II women's fantasy basketball team in first place, adding 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and 4 steals. Junior Jessica Minch dropped in a double-double with 15 points and 12 rebounds, and junior Betsy Morrison added 10 points. Shaylin Beauchamp scored 18 to lead the Lakers. The win improved the Eagles to 12-7 overall and 5-4 in the GLIAC. The Eagles now sit in second place in the South Division with 2 important games coming up this week against Ferris State and Grand Valley State. The women are on a 3-game winning streak. Can the same be said about the men, Vale?
Well, no, but the men's basketball team did end 2007 hot, winning 4 straight games. Unfortunately, none of those games were in the GLIAC. Brett Wackerly scored 33 points in consecutive games, wins over Rio Grande and Aquinas. The conference was not as kind, however, as Ashland lost at home to Hillsdale 112-110 in overtime and then hit the road. January 10th, the Eagles lost in overtime again, this time at Mercyhurst. A loss to Gannon followed that, and then the men took the same trip as the women to the Upper Peninsula.
The UP.
At Michigan Tech on January 24th, the men lost 82-65 as the Huskies hit 15 threes, including 9 in the first half. Tech shot 58.8% from the field in the game. 4 Eagles were in double figures, as Greg Prier came off the bench to lead with 13. Freshman Kale Richardson added 11, and Wackerly and Brett Bartlett each had 10 points. Now, Chip, how did the Eagles fare at Lake Superior on Saturday?
Well, Ashland headed into Lake Superior State on a 4-game losing streak, hoping to put a stop to all the losing. Unfortunately, the losing, seems to be a lot of that, could not be stopped as the Lakers defeated the Eagles 96-88. A shortcoming of the Eagles has been their inability to rebound, and this trend continued as LSSU out-rebounded AU 39-22. All 5 Lakers starters reached double digits in scoring. The leader of the outfit was forward center Ryan Kuhl, who scored 24 points. The game went back and forth for most of the game before Lake Superior State pulled away with just under 3 minutes in regulation. Senior guard Brett Bartlett had 17 points, leaving him 7 points shy of becoming the 21st player in school history to reach 1,000 points in his career. Preer had another good game, scoring 11 points off the bench. The loss leaves the Eagles with a 9-10 record overall and a 3-6 record in the GLIAC. The Eagles look to rebound this Thursday at home against Ferris State for Pack the House night.
Jam the gym,
as you like to call it, and get a chance to pull off their second upset of a top 5 ranked team when they take on the number 2 ranked team in the country, Grand Valley State University, on Saturday.
Well, that was it for the Boom Shakalaka. But when we return, we'll have
NBA Jam?
Yes, it was 2004. We'll have the latest on the Eagles wrestling team when we return on Game Time Situation.
Hi, Mr. President. My parents believe that eating meals together will make our country strong. Is this something that you did when you were a kid?
I did eat with my family so long as my mother wasn't cooking.
It's not good making fun of your mother, even if you are president, but it is good to have dinner with your kids. We know the more often children have dinner with their families, the less likely they are to smoke, drink, and use drugs. So simply having dinner together can help your children forever, even if you're not a great cook.
You're a good driver, a careful driver, and you don't stand a chance. Not at a railroad crossing with bad sight lines and no lights or gates, where vegetation, buildings, or hills block your view, where you can't see the train and you only have seconds before it hits your safe, careful self and you die. Go to angelsontrack.org to report dangerous crossings, because careful is just no match for a 200-ton locomotive.
Does peace really have a chance within our lifetime? At Rotary, we believe it does. We've created programs at universities around the world dedicated solely to teaching peace to a new generation. There's a new symbol for peace. Rotary.
Kids, how do we take care of our teeth?
Brush your teeth twice a day. Floss your teeth once a day. If you want healthy teeth, do this every day. Brush your teeth.
Fight tooth decay.
Floss your teeth.
Don't forget regular dental checkups, okay?
Brush your teeth twice a day. Floss your teeth once a day.
We're back, and we're going to continue recapping AU sports by going to the mats with the wrestling team. The Eagles stayed busy over the break with one of their biggest challenges coming in early January at the Midwest Classic in Indianapolis.
That's pretty Midwest, yes.
Ashland finished third overall, and the Eagles brought back 2 gold medals. Freshman Muhammad Adur Rahman took first at 157, and junior Josh Ohl captured gold at 197. 2 weeks ago, on the 12th and the 13th, the Eagles took part in the NWCA National Duels in Cedar Falls, Iowa. The Eagles competed against Minnesota State Moorhead on day 1. Moorhead won the matchup 23-14. Ashland's victories came from Abdul Rahman at 157, Travis Popham at 184, Ohl at 197, and Ray Kent at 285. Did day 2 go any better for the men, Vale?
Ashland faced Mercyhurst in the consolation bracket the next day, and it was Abdur Rahman again in the 157-pound class winning, along with Travis Popham, who won at 174 pounds, and Josh Ohl, who won at 197. The Lakers picked up the win, though, as they advanced with a 21-12 victory. On January 20th, the Eagles hosted the 19th annual Wendy's Big Classic Duels. The event featured several Division I programs, including Big Ten powers Illinois and Purdue. AU matched up with the Boilermakers in the day's first match, and it was Kyle Kanaga who acted as the Eagles' lone winner. He won by decision in the 141-pound weight class. Purdue won 34-3. Cleveland State.
By a lot.
That was yes, that wasn't good. Cleveland State was next on AU's docket, and the Vikings turned the Eagles back with a 21-13 victory. Marcus Gordon at 149 pounds, Abdur Rahman at 157, Popham at 174, and Jordan Job at 184 pounds, all won for Ashland, but it wasn't enough. And in the Eagles' final match of the day, Illinois won 46-0 over AU.
Aren't you supposed to try to get points?
Heidelberg is next for Ashland. We're going to put you on the match, Chip, and we'll have the results of that match on the next edition of Game Time Situation.
Senior Vince Cashdollar has kept quite busy since centering the offensive line for the Eagles this past season. D2Football.com named him a second-team All-American. He also earned second-team All-American honors from the Associated Press and took home a first-team All-American honor from the American Football Coaches Association. Cashdollar, a captain the past 2 seasons, played in the Cactus Bowl on January 11th in Kingsville, Texas, helping the East team to a 42-13 victory. Now, Cashdollar got a bunch of awards, but he never had to face the pressure of the Game Time spotlight. Will senior guard Steve Gansey be able to survive in the spotlight against our own Brendan the Kid Bittner?
Thanks, Chip. We're here with senior guard Steve Gansey on the Game Time Spotlight. Thanks for joining us, Steve.
Thank you very much.
All right, just to ask you a few questions about the basketball season so far. You guys came into the season wanting to shoot a lot of three-pointers, and that really it fits into your style of play. And how has that helped you guys play this year?
In the past years of Ashland basketball, we've kind of been a more inside game, and now this year we kind of moved out to a little bit of a different style of play, and now that we're shooting threes a little, it kind of opens up the game for the big men and the guards.
Okay, you're a senior on this team. You've been with Coach Lyons now for 2 years. How has that helped? How have you been able to help the freshmen on this team? It's a young group. How have you been able to sort of lift them up and sort of teach them?
The GLIAC conference is a very tough conference, and it involves a lot of hard work and determination. And a lot of the young guys, some really don't understand the importance of practice and working out in the summer and everything. So I mean, with me being a veteran on the team, I just try to help them out every day with just little things.
Now you've come off a tough road trip. You lost up at Lake Superior and Michigan Tech. Just talk a little about what happened up there.
Michigan Tech and Lake Superior are great teams. I really don't know what happened. I mean, I thought we played hard. It's just right now in the part of our season, we're kind of struggling on the defensive end, and we just need to find a new light and get fired up on the defensive end and not just the offensive end.
Okay, now you're coming home this weekend. You've got a game with Ferris State and a game with Grand Valley. Talk a little about that home court advantage. You guys feel comfortable here. You've beaten Findlay at home. Just talk about your opponents and what you hope to do this weekend.
This weekend's pretty big for our program. We're not doing that great in our conference standings, but without having a home game in about a month or a month and a half or two, it brings us a lot of energy to come back, and we want to get 2 big wins and have us do really good in our standings. And with Ferris State and Grand Valley being both good teams, with Grand Valley being ranked in the country, I think we should have a lot of energy for these 2 games.
Okay, now you're 5th in the GLIAC now. You're 9-10 overall. What kind of goals do you have? The top 4 in the division make the playoffs. So what do you guys hope to do once you get late in the season?
Our goal in the beginning of the year was to make the GLIAC tournament, and that's still our goal. And we just need to worry about we need to worry about ourselves right now, and we just need to take care of business, and we take one game at a time. And our goal is still to make the GLIAC tournament. Okay,
now on a personal level, after your AU career is finished, what are your plans?
I still want to stay around with the game. Maybe not in the college level. Hopefully I can do something in the professional level. Not play, but maybe something with the managerial or basketball operations.
Okay, Steve, you're officially off the Game Time Spotlight. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
We'll be back right after this.
I joined the National Guard and never thought I'd be saving lives.
I never thought I'd have such an impact on my community.
It's more than money for college. It's built my character and given me a sense of accomplishment.
Citizen soldiers have two missions. One is right here at home during emergencies.
The Guard opened the door for me. Now I'm on a career path, and I'm the leader of my team. When your country calls, you go, proudly.
I put on the uniform, and I have a whole new outlook on life. Country, community, family. That's what matters most to me. If that matters to you, go to 1-800-GO-GUARD.com.
When will the next natural disaster hit? A public health crisis strike? Another terrorist threat emerge? How long will it take for help to arrive? Ohio Citizen Corps is committed to making every minute count by having volunteers ready. Physicians, nurses, teachers, retirees, everyone can help. You can make a difference. Join Ohio Citizen Corps. Call or go to serveohio.org. The time to prepare for trouble is before it hits.
Everyone needs to have a great game plan to be successful. At a moment's notice, you and your family need to know what to do when a critical incident, severe weather, or natural disaster strikes. You can do your part by developing a successful game plan for your family. For an emergency checklist of tips on how to prepare your family, visit www.ready.ohio.gov.
The men's swimming team had a longer break than most other AU teams for the winter. Makes sense, they're in a pool. But they have returned to the pool, ready for action. Yes, they can't swim on ice. On January 11th, the Eagles beat Gannon as Derek Balo won the 100 and 1,000 freestyle events to help Ashland win 114-104. Balo, that's some versatility, the 100 and the 1,000. That's
big
impressive.
Distance.
Yes,
gap.
it is. The next day, 900 meters. The next day, the Eagles beat Lewis 130-127 as Sean McGraw won 3 individual events and helped the relay team win as well. The sophomore won the 100 freestyle, 200 freestyle, and the 100 butterfly. That's always been my favorite, the butterfly. I like that one. He was a member of the winning 400 free relay team also, and for his efforts, McGraw was named GLIAC Swimmer of the Week. On January 19th, AU traveled to National Swimming Power Kenyon for a meet. McGraw took first in the 100 freestyle, and he again helped the 400 free relay team win. However, the Lords won, taking a 141-82 decision. Chipper, the Eagles came back home to the Rec last weekend. How did that action go?
Well, the men's swimming team started off their busy weekend competing against Clarion on Friday night. Surprisingly enough, the two teams tied 114 apiece. Freshman Derek Balo finished first in the 200 IM, and sophomore McGraw was the leader in the 100 butterfly, your favorite race. The gold medal went to junior Oscar Thomason in the 100 backstroke, and sophomore Ben Monty reached the touch pads first in the 100 breaststroke. The two teams met again on Saturday, but this time a third team entered the pool, GLIAC rival Wayne State. No ties on Saturday for the Eagles, but the worst of the two options happened, with the Eagles losing to Clarion 162-125 and losing to Wayne State 139.5 to 121.5. McGraw continued an impressive run that's made him a regular at the top of the awards stand. McGraw won the 50 freestyle, was the runner-up in the 100 freestyle, and was awarded the bronze medal in the 200 freestyle. The men will tread water while they wait for the GLIAC Championships in Indy on February 13th.
The women's swimming team had their time off as well, but they also used it to their advantage. The Lady Eagles won at Gannon 127-110 as it was Ashley Shoup winning the 100 and 200 freestyle events, and she was on the 200 free relay team that touched the wall first. Hillsdale and Lewis were next for Ashland, and the Eagles took care of business, winning 95-43 in the tri-meet. Many women took first place honors, including Aubrey Bailey, who won the 1,000 freestyle. Jennifer Knight, Janice McCloskey, Nicole Birchmeyer, Lizzie Wormer, and Allison Morgan were all also winners for AU. The 400 free and 400 medley relay teams also won. Ashland then headed to Kenyon, and the ladies showed why they're among the elite in collegiate swimming, winning 141-82. Lizzie Wormer won the 200 breaststroke, and the 400 free relay team was victorious as well. Kelly Miller did win the 1 and 3 meter diving events for Ashland. And Chip, how did the Lady Eagles do back in their home nest this past weekend?
Not quite as well. The women also competed against Clarion on Friday before jumping into the pool with both Clarion and Wayne State on Saturday. The women lost on Friday 136-104 against Clarion. Allison Morgan continued a stellar rookie year by finishing first in the 100 butterfly. Senior Ashley Shoup led the pack in the 100 freestyle, and no one bettered the time of junior Emily Hilgert in the 100 backstroke. Top honors also went to sophomore Amy Bland in the 100 breaststroke. Saturday brought more of the same to the Eagles as they lost to Clarion 196-101 and lost to Wayne State 159-137. The Eagles got strong performances from 2 relays. The 200 medley quartet was second. The members of that unit were Hilgert, Bland, Morgan, and Jennifer Knight. The 200 freestyle relay also finished second. That quartet was made up of Knight, sophomore Janice McCloskey, Shoup, and Morgan. The losses dropped the Eagles' record to 5-10. Their next meet will also be at the GLIAC Championships on February 13th. The swimmers compete in the relatively new rec center. Could we be seeing more construction on the AU campus sometime soon?
This past week, some big news was revealed to the public concerning campus athletics. The Board of Trustees at AU has put its support behind a fundraising campaign to build a new athletic conference that would feature a 7,000-seat football stadium with synthetic turf, a 1,000-seat soccer and track stadium, along with an intramural field and a field house with offices, locker rooms, and a weight room. The campaign is looking for $23 million, and with over $14 million already set, the complex looks to be in full motion. Bringing spirit to the campus is the name of the campaign. No construction date has been set, but an anonymous lead gift of $7 million has gotten the ball rolling on the idea. Grimace Grass. 2 words, folks. Grimace Grass. And with that, we'll take a final timeout, but we'll be back with some serious track action on Gametime Situation.
So, what have we got here? Sometimes you feel tired. You can't seem to lose those extra pounds off your midsection. And your joints hurt when you take the stairs. Well, you're getting older. But I'm happy to say that there's some simple things we can do to keep you happy and healthy for years to come. We can also lower your risk for some serious diseases the older population is often subject to. Proper nutrition is more important than ever. Your body has changed, you know. Not as many treats. A basic exercise plan, lots of walks and fresh air, and most importantly, come and see me for twice-yearly checkups to help ensure the best possible quality of life. Now, how does that sound? Good boy.
Improve the quality of life for your elderly pet. Schedule twice-yearly checkups that include preventive care and regular lab work. A message from the veterinary members of the American Animal Hospital Association.
Many people feel that once they've voted, they've done their civic duty.
But that's just a start. Voting is important.
But for democracy to work well, people need to stay involved.
We all need to vote, stay informed about public issues, contact elected officials, and get involved in our communities.
Our democracy might have its flaws,
but it demands participation to remain responsive. As Justice Brandeis once said,
the only title in our democracy superior to that of president is the title of citizen.
Across America, service learning is helping students improve their grades and their communities by connecting the classroom with community service. Working together, students solve real problems, build new skills, and apply their knowledge in a whole new way. Inside the classroom and out, service learning opens new doors and brings learning to life. Get your school involved. Visit learnandserve.gov to find out how.
The track teams took the winter break off just like the rest of us did, last competing on December 7th at the Kent State Invitational. On January 18th, the indoor track team traveled to the Ohio Northern Invitational to compete in their first meet of 2008. The AU men finished first in a 6-team field with a 243.83 points. Ohio Northern was the runner-up and Findlay was third. Nate Logan won the high jump, long jump, and finished second in the 300 meters. Joe Horn, plays football also, took home the gold in the 200 meters. The Eagles next traveled to the Findlay Classic this past weekend.
Wonder if he took his phone with him after he won. Well, Chip, the men had some success as Brian Vickers won the shot put. Jeremy Train placed second in the 3,000-meter run. The 4x400 relay team was runner-up, and Dan Tierney placed second in the pole vault. Robert Klenk was third in the weight throw, while Brian Vickers finished fourth. Joe Horn took fourth in the 200-meter dash. Tom Scott finished fourth in the 800-meter run. And Ryan Odell took fourth in the triple jump. The men will next compete in the Akron Open on Saturday.
The women also took an extended break, also last competing at the Kent State Invitational. On the 18th of January, the women team traveled to the Ohio Northern Invitational to compete in the first meet of 2008. The Ashland women finished second among the 7 teams that competed. Alyssa Klein won the 55 hurdles with the long jump with a provisional mark of 18.5. Stephanie Kinney took first in the 300 meters and the 400 meters. How did the women do at Findlay, Vale?
Well, the women also had some success with the Oilers as Jennifer Tinney won the shot put. Lisa Roth was runner-up in the pentathlon. Alyssa Klein took second in the 200-meter dash, while Steph Tinney finished third. The 4x400 relay team took second. Michelle Stark was third in the weight throw, with Jennifer Tinney fourth and Bryn Winters placing fourth in the 3,000-meter run. The Akron Open is also next for the Lady Eagles on Saturday. So, there's your look at AU sports. Now let's take a look at a broader scale. And we're going to take a look at, there's a game on Sunday. They're going to play it. It's going to be for 60 minutes.
Wait, there's a game on Sunday?
There's another football game on Sunday.
I thought it was over after the
championship
games.
Right, the championship games, and there's
Does
another
it have a special name?
I think it's just the NFL title game.
Okay.
Is what they call it, and it'll be the 42nd one. It'll be in Glendale, Arizona, of course, between New England Patriots and New York Giants. The Patriots 18-0. Looking to become...
The Patriots haven't lost yet this year?
Nope, they have not lost this year.
That.
And the Giants come in hot, winning 10 road games in a row, including the playoffs, and obviously they've won their 3 playoff games all on the road.
And they're officially the road team on Sunday.
They are the road team. They'll be in their whites, and the Patriots will be in their navy blue
they're home.
that they wear. So, the question for you, Chip, is who's going to win the NFL title?
Well, I'd have to say that the winner is going to be the New England Patriots. They've won 18 straight. Their last loss came against Indianapolis back in the AFC Championship game of last year.
7.
So nobody's been able to beat them so far, so I don't see
These
the
teams
Giants.
have already played just a couple
3
weeks ago.
weeks ago, they beat the Giants in the Meadowlands.
Right. Well, the Giants aren't as good.
They are a better road team, but I just don't. This is the best team that's played that I've ever seen play.
Okay.
And I think they're
going
to win.
Yeah. By a lot.
No, I think it's going to be close because they started off the season winning all their games by a bunch, and then recently they played all their games closer, but they still win the game. They win it by 3, they win it by 7, but they're going to win the game.
What if Eli Manning plays really well and gets going early and hits Burris and Toomer, and the Patriots can't really cover
Moss?
him? Well, and then Moss hasn't done anything in the playoffs.
So then is he covering Wes Welker?
But Moss hasn't done anything in the playoffs.
But is he covering Wes Welker?
What if Michael Strahan and Justin Tuck and Osi Umenora get some pressure on Tom Brady and that flaky ankle he's got going right now? Brandon Jacobs running downhill on the aging Patriots defense.
Maroney's going to run right. He's going to run right over Michael Strahan.
That has nothing to do with that. I mean, that's what if Brandon Jacobs gets going, that offensive line, Chris Snee and the gang, that aging front 7 for the Patriots. How are they going to handle this?
They're going to be able to handle it easily because they're going to outscore them. That's what you have to do.
I agree. The Patriots are going to win. I'm just trying to make a case for the Giants. So the Patriots will win. We both agree. 19-0. And, yeah, that's going to be it. So, Chip, what do you got?
We'll be back here on February 13th for our special Valentine's Day edition, and maybe, just maybe, we can get our own Brian Vale a date on Valentine's Day right here on this show.
Well, the teleprompter says that's right, but it's not. So we're going to cover everything AU and have another athlete go under the lights of the Game Time Spotlight.
Sounds good to me.
Thanks for joining us tonight. Enjoy your evening.